Ladies and gentlemen, as a senior member of the City Council, I cannot sit idly by while disaster is about to strike the state of Illinois. The state legislature is about to take an act that will absolutely cripple this state. They're about to pass an increase in the state income tax that is the wrong tax at the wrong time, aimed at the wrong people. We know from past history, we know from our neighboring state, that at a time like this, if you increase taxes, it will absolutely destroy our economy. And yet, that is the action which apparently the legislature is about to take. I'm going to call upon all the residents of the state of Illinois and my fellow colleagues in the City Council to contact their legislators and tell them not to vote for this proposed increase in the taxes. Our neighboring state of Indiana has learned if you're going to attract businesses, you do not raise taxes. Actually, your way to attract businesses is to lower your taxes. We learned that under John Kennedy, we learned that under Ronald Reagan. This isn't a question of party, this is a question of good business acumen. We are hopefully coming out of a terrible recession. All this increase in taxes will do is extend that recession and perhaps even make it worse. The state of Illinois is acknowledged one of the worst states in the Union as far as its debt. The only way to cure that situation is not to increase taxes, but to increase jobs, to increase incentives for business, and not to try to cure it by a quick shot at income by increasing taxes. Increasing taxes will chase business out of Illinois and into our neighboring states, and that will not solve our ultimate problem. I'm asking all of my colleagues to join with me in contacting their legislators and asking them to vote no on the proposed increase in income tax. I'm asking all the citizens in this state to contact your legislators and tell them this is a disastrous act which they're about to perform. I call this emergency press conference because I feel this is an emergency. The legislature is about to act before the new legislature takes its seats. So it's up to you, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to save the state of Illinois, call your legislator today, tonight, tomorrow. Make sure he votes no on the increase of the income tax. Thank you.
Alderman, how much difference does it make that part of this increase would be temporary?
Craig, did you ever see a temporary tax? I've never seen a temporary tax. Every temporary tax ends up being a permanent tax.
There have been a couple, but most of them have been permanent. But Thompson had a temporary tax.
Yeah, and I would remind you also that in 4 years, that pension reform bill that takes effect will raise the real estate taxes in the city of Chicago by about 60%. So even if this was a temporary tax on incomes, in 4 years, we're going to have an increase in our real estate tax by about 60 to 65%.
Does it also make any difference that there is at least some nominal property tax relief in it?
That's nominal. 65% is not nominal. And the legislature has already adopted that bill.
So what do you propose the state to do to close a possibly $16 billion debt?
Well, one of the things they can do is stop wasting money and start cutting, and cut it to the bone. I mean, this is what other states have done. Indiana has been the absolute model for that. Indiana is a successful state because they did that, and they're attracting new businesses. Any other questions? Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.